I was meant to have access to it too, and we were also meant to get admin, but it just never happened. Oh, we're live. In a second. Audio check, check 1 2. 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 Mr. 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 Yeah, sorry Gash, we have to use my account. I'll work it out for tomorrow. It's trying to get me to do another verification step on top of that using a different number. But I have to enter in my own stuff. And then, yeah. I just lost time. Let's see if that... Oh, yeah. Can you guys just keep talking? I'm just having some audio issues. I just have one more setting to change, and then we should be all good to go live, if that's what Togs was about. So, ask.
Get into Velocity Drone.
What was that?
Are you able to make it into Velocity Drone?
What was that?
Okay, so we have audio.
Sorry, guys. Could you speak again?
Ahoy.
Okay, there we go. I've got a separate chat and game channel on my headset, and I had it mapped to the wrong thing.
Are you going to be joining us in the sim?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. Let us know when you're in, and I'll lock the lobby to avoid lag spikes.
Yep, mine is in.
There's a lag.
Wait. I need to get in as well.
Yeah, I've got a Dello account in, but not a Audi or anything else. Just Dello. Follows them on your tail.
I have to say, Windows 10 can be very painful at times.
Yeah, sorry, Nick. I had to leave the lobby.
That's
My transmitter is not responding.
What transmitter you got these days? Still the Spectrum?
Yep, the one that I sat on.
Oh yeah, that's right. Was that a Trev in the background?
Oh, that was me, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I love the shot of the body in the PS5. It's what the people want.
Yeah, Trev's still recovering.
Oh, what did Trev do?
He got an abscess. Alright, I'm in now.
Okay, so we're live, but I need to send the link.
Hey, everyone watch your profanity? By everyone, I mean me.
Yeah, Nick, you need to boost your audio.
Can I actually do that on my end? Without just like putting my microphone closer?
Just get it good.
Just get
I
good.
can yell.
Are all your 3D prints hidden, Nick?
Well, we're not putting the whatchamacallit videos on, but yes, they are all hidden.
Oh, okay, wait. Wait, what is this track?
Track is awesome.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a pretty good one. I like it.
I'm just trying to figure it out.
You know,
Okay,
let's
so
start the race in a
It's got the
second.
little line marks everywhere, so it's pretty quick to pick up.
yeah, so I'm guessing, okay, through the start gate, over that
10 to go.
third gate, around the flag.
Here you go, I'll start a new session, lock in the lobby.
Okay, posting link up now to our
Alright, is my audio any better
So
now?
why aren't the other guys in here yet? Am I missing something? Could someone post, I think you'll have to do it, Nick. Could you post the Facebook link that I sent in Facebook to the Discord?
Sure.
It sounds something real simple that I should be able to do, but I can't.
Hang on, where did you put the link?
Hey Nick, you still have wind on?
No, actually, I legit don't.
Oh, you don't?
No, Duff, I don't. Where did you post the link? Sorry, that one?
E-Light Pilots.
I'm chucking in Discord.
Yep.
God, this track is confusing.
It's really not. Yeah, can confirm no wind.
It's confusing if you haven't flown it before.
Well, you know, if Army had actually turned up to our international races, it wouldn't have been an issue.
Well, if I actually knew they were on.
This is an inaugural Air Force drone racing tournament. Drone racing is linking into the defence STEM outreach programs, engaging with
Yeah, look,
high
I
school
probably did.
students and the general public, and showing them science, technology, engineering and mathematics. As well as that, is bettering Air Force personnel with informal technical skills that they can use later on in their future career.
Hot blue 3 laps at 66.54.
We are basically getting ready for the national drone racing competition that will be held later this year in Canberra. So we've got to qualify our pilots. So we've actually got Australian Air Force pilots here, but we've also got some Australian Air Force cadets here. They're starting up their own drone racing team. And as a part of our STEM outreach, we've invited them to come along.
G'day, Stu from UAV Futures here, and today we've got a super exciting episode. We're at the 2019 Avalon International Air Show. There's some crazy stuff going on. We're going to be covering a whole bunch of drone racing between international teams. We've got the Oz Defence Force here, the Army, the Air Force, and also, big sneak peek, we're going to be checking out and taking a flight this little bad boy right here, this FPV, I don't want to say drone, but this little FPV machine. It is crazy. It's probably worth more than your house, and the little Black Hornet is absolutely insane. So we'll also be putting that through its paces. So definitely stay tuned. I'm here with Grumpy Trev, CTC, Wingman Jono's behind the camera. Let's rock and roll, have some fun, and find out what this air show is all about. All right, let's do it. What about, have you ever tried FPV racing?
Any chance we can borrow it for the weekend and test flight?
What I'm about to do.
Simulating the Romeo helicopter.
What do you reckon, Trev? Do you reckon
He's how good is Stuart Sims?
he's going to crash and burn?
I have flown quite a lot with goggles. Yeah.
So
Alright,
we
let's
got
do it. What do we got?
three main controls here today. So on the floor you've got the pedals. You're
Yep.
pushing forward will drop your nose and make you go forward.
Yep, okay.
Pulling back,
Yep.
go back.
So this is my pitch and roll.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's freaking me out a little bit. Adam, how we going?
I think you're doing pretty well here at the moment.
Well,
Did you park it in the water?
yeah, I did. Isn't that what you meant to do? Over in this tent over here, what we're going to do, there's like a race between the different militaries around the world and also some other civvy pilots all coming together over drone racing. So that's what we're here today for. We're going to go over there, film that, meet the pilots, talk about what drone racing means to them, and see if we can see any new tech. Anyway, let's do it. Have some fun in 3, 2, 1. Warrant Officer Chris Payne, Flying Officer Del O'Sullivan right here as well. Now the big one, come in boys, so we're a bit more into the camera. A big one today. This is all about, I guess, promoting drone racing as a sport, as a hobby, and this is the first time, I guess, we've ever had a live race mixed with defense at an operational airfield. Yeah. So anyway, can one of you guys tell us what's today all about? What's this special tent about? What are we doing? What's going to go down?
Today we're demonstrating drone racing to the public here at Avalon Air Show. A bit of a STEM engagement activity, so that's science, technology, engineering, mathematics. So we're demonstrating that to high school kids, or I guess anyone of the general public, and just showing them how awesome drone racing is and how much fun you can actually have.
And you actually started for the Air Force, started the drone racing team, and there's a big rivalry. Warrant Officer Chris over here, he's been also giving it a bit of stick back and forth between who's going to win, because there's also, you're going to be racing the public, I believe. Yeah. So East Side is coming down, so we've got some really high profile pilots like BMS, Thomas, and also Granger FPV, so that's my boy right there. I hope he does well. But also, who's going to win? What's going on? Who's going to win in the defense side of things?
I'll answer that question easily, Air Force.
I'll let you go first. It's not the only time you're going to come first.
Okay. Well, you know, I believe I saw one of the New Zealand pilots absolutely ripping it. Like screaming around, getting some very, very top times. Right, so what we might do now, we're gonna go have a bit of a flight, watch some race footage, show you some DVR, all that sort of stuff, have some fun at this air show, because there is heaps and heaps of cool stuff, and then we'll check in with a couple of pilots and find out what drone racing means to them, and I guess what is so awesome about the sport, because I know UAV Futures, it's all about getting people flying, so let's do it, go talk to some pilots and find out what it's all about. All right, awesome. Thanks lads.
No worries.
Flight Sergeant Justin Braithwaite.
Galbraith, well done. Galbraith.
So anyway, but yeah, you've actually been into the hobby for a little while as well, and this is a bit of a personal thing because you know somebody that I used to be friends with at high school that was kind of into drone racing, and Lon's career's kind of come full circle, so that's pretty cool for me. But I would love to know what's your involvement in the drone racing. That'll be our first question. What's your involvement here today?
So we've recently started the RAF drone racing team.
Yep.
The Army called out the Air Force last year at the Military International Drone Racing Tournament in Sydney.
Yep.
And they said, we challenge Air Force, and Air Force didn't have a team at the time, so it just happened that a lot of people knew I was into drone racing and enjoy it. And I also hang out with the Adva Cadets, and the Adva Cadets have a UAV section. So I grabbed a couple of guys from the UAV section, and we basically formed up the first RAF drone racing team, which has only been around for now about 3 months.
Yep.
So this is our second event in the 3 months.
How do you feel you're holding up against the Army people? So
actually,
on the clock, on the racetrack, what's it like?
Dello's doing well. He's probably our fastest pilot.
Yep.
He's actually right up there. He's improved a lot in the last 3 months. He's been
What's the best part about this for you? Like today, what's the best part?
This is the camaraderie here is just fantastic. To be honest, Air Force, Army, and Navy, we do take the piss out of each other all the time, but it's really, really good. Everybody's helping everybody keep these drones going because this course is fairly brutal.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of crashes, a lot of crashes
really
here today.
Course. I mean, usually when you make a mistake and you hit a gate and you go high to save, you can't go up here. So.
And here, people have said this is like a trampoline. It just flings you straight back down. Do you find you get a lot of people coming from high school or anything like that who are the typical people that are into this hobby? Do you find?
Everybody's very interested in the hobby. Everyone's amazed at the speeds that we're flying. A lot of people haven't seen this kind of racing, especially not at an air show. This is the first time it's been at an air show.
Yep.
So lots of people interested. The school kids love it, and obviously with the Air Force pushing the STEM technology, the science, technology, engineering, and maths, the people that can actually assemble, program, and fly this are going to be the maintainers, the engineers, and the pilots of tomorrow. So that's what the Air Force is pushing for the next generation Air Force, basically.
And here's one I'm quite interested in because I haven't met, I guess, too many international drone pilots. Do you find they're relatively the same crew? Is there a big diversity there, or what are the sort of people you're meeting? Do you find Australian drone pilots are different to the ones in New Zealand?
Yeah, that's really good. They're very similar pretty much everywhere. I've the Australian Army guys, Air Force guys, and then all the guys I race with back at my club and on my NZTF team. You know, all the same sort of guys, all like really into it, all helping each other out.
Yeah, I guess my first race, I had so many butterflies and such.
Yep.
Like I was shaking, sticks were shaking, and the quad was shaking. But I guess it's just keep going back, keep going to keep racing, keep going back, keep having fun.
If you're going to start on the simulator. It's a lot cheaper to crash in a simulator in real life and get through the first few months, I'd say. You're going to crash a lot, accept it, and just keep cracking.
Yep.
Look, to improve your lap times, for me personally, I need to complete a lap.
Yes.
That's where I'm presently
is good advice, okay.
But it is, you know, smooth is slow is fast.
How do you find coming in? So if people are looking at this at home, they're a little bit worried about it, or maybe they feel intimidated because these things go so fast. What would your advice be to those people?
My advice would be, well, I was just in the same heat for the last 2 days as Thomas BMS, and let's just say he's whipping around 3 laps within 120 seconds. I'm struggling to get 1 lap. It's run your own race.
Yep.
It is all about getting out there. If you don't go on try, you're never going to succeed. So just continue to persevere. They've all been in that spot before, and the community has been absolutely fantastic in support.
And I want to touch on that. So community, I think FPV has one of the best communities, whether it be in the Army, the Air Force, whether it be civilians, whether it be just flying with your mates or a local club. There is no better, as far as I'm concerned, community than FPV, because it's like if you know someone in FPV, you're automatically friends with them. You just want to get people flying, and I don't know if that rings true for your experience.
Yeah, look, it certainly does. We've had a young cadet here who had a little bit of aged gear, and pretty much from day one, when he didn't pass the scrutineering, everyone banded together and gave him whatever equipment they could to try and get up in the air so everyone could fly.
Drone racing to me is more of an accessory to the freestyle because we don't have much of a racing scene up in Darwin. So for the Army, this is fantastic. This is the biggest thing we've ever done. For the wider drone racing community, it gets more exposure.
He's had 1 race, he's already smashed up some quads yesterday. How are you going today?
I'm going good today. I'm not too bad, but hopefully next pack will be better.
Now we did turn up super early and it is already crazy windy, so I'm not too sure how it's going to go. What do you think? We've got some big competition here today too. In the civilians, we got Red Roux, BMS. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. My game plan's just to get out there and just stay away from them, like as far in front as I can.
Okay.
But I'm trying my best. And
Good afternoon, World of Drones Congress. So I'm Jake Dello Sullivan, and I'm here today to present Air Force Drone Racing in partnership with Army Drone Racing. So, what is drone racing? Hopefully the Army guys at the Congress at the moment have given you a good static demo. Usually we would like to do a in-person demo as such with actual racing drones because it's quite exciting. Usually down at a football oval or something like that, but obviously with COVID and travel restrictions, we're doing our second best, which is drone racing on the simulator. We usually do this once per week as a bit of a training session, and hopefully you guys can enjoy a bit of a race action coming to you through live stream. We'll switch over to the pilots now. So as you can see here, we just have a pilot at the start line here. But this is pretty much what you would see at the normal racetrack here. You have gates about 1.5 to 2 meters big that you race through up to 150 kilometers an hour. Let's go on board with one of these pilots at the moment. So there's a lot of fine motor skill in this. We have to fly through these very narrow gaps while making sure we don't crash too often. One of the unique things with drone racing is they're built around crashing, because about once per race, if you're like me, you're going to crash at a fairly high speed. So they're built with quite resistant materials to just bounce and hopefully keep flying. If not, it's about a 5-minute repair. So we'll join in on the Discord to meet our drone racers.
Same.
We'll get
Pretty
the
much.
live stream up here. We'll switch to the video feeds of our pilots here. So in the top left, we have our Air Force pilot Foz, and top right we have our other Air Force pilot, Hot Glue, and in the bottom left is Tom Gash, the Army pilot. Oh, you have your name there. Tom Gash, Flaps. Flaps is his pilot name. So we'll jump back over to the quick demo race that we have here, and we can zoom out into spectator view if I click the right button.
Flaps, you still flying?
Yep.
Oh, yep, there we go. For some reason, yeah, I couldn't see you going through the gates or anything.
So you guys will be ready to start a race. We'll change the format just because it's a bit less informal today, so we're not on the full live stream. We'll just do a race with everyone together. Is everyone cool with that?
Yep.
Gets us doing a bit more practice for tomorrow, where we can hopefully join in on the full live stream.
Is mid-airing turned on?
That's a personal setting.
Ah.
Alright, I'm going to restart a race. Everyone happy if I restart?
Yes.
I'm going to be a nuisance and say 1 second while I try to work out why my second computer's not working.
All good. I'm just going to have a fresh and drink.
That's a bit of a shame. Toxa said, can you unlock the race?
Yep. It is unlocked. Hey Dello, is Ottie the spectator or is Dello the spectator?
That's a great question. Oddie is a spectator.
Okay.
Just having some live stream issues at the moment, but That's a bit of a shame for our 6 guests up in Queensland. You won't have a second drone racing feed. Hopefully we can get that fixed for you guys tomorrow. At the moment, OBS does not like it for some reason. Oh no, here we go. We're in. I'll take it all back.
Just restarted the race.
That's okay.
More prone to Dello.
So on the live stream, you'll see in middle left tiny screen, that is myself flying right now through the track. I'm a bit behind. I'm going to say it's because I started a bit late, but it's mainly because of my lack of skill. In the center is an overall view centering on one of the army pilots.
Thank God I'm not paying for these crashes.
Yeah,
What was the famous quote from Zach? I wish I had someone like you up in Townsville.
Yep. Also, I stole Zach's business, 3D printing the CMRC trophies.
What was Zach going to?
He was going to until I got the multi-material thing going and showed Henry. And Henry went, nah, screw it, you can do it instead.
Does Zach have multi-material going yet?
No, he doesn't have an MMU.
I'm surprised he doesn't, because that's like a big, decent portion of his business.
Nah, he hadn't got around to doing it yet.
Also, I'm still loving my Mini. It's so good, it just works.
Oh yeah. The confidence of being able to just hit print and walk away is amazing.
Yeah, I've gotten to that stage where I have hit print and just walked out the door going, I probably shouldn't be doing this.
Normally I just wait for the first layer to get down if it's something that doesn't like sticking. But beyond that, just hit print and walk away.
Oh, by the way, for our army pilots,
No, I'm not fussed.
So we have our 4 pilots finishing there. We have a few more coming through now, but in first place we have Hockloo, in second place we have Dello, in third place we have Foz, in fourth place we have one of the Queensland Army pilots. I don't know which one you are. And in fifth place we have Flaps. Switch over to our pilot view here. Wave to the camera, guys.
I'm going to be restarting the race, guys. Get ready. And we're off.
Oh, that was minimized.
To be fair, I did give you warning.
True, but I'm trying to mesh mix this model at the same time.
You should know you can't multitask well.
I can, but my computer can't.
So I currently have Foz leading.
Yeah, boy.
He's doing
Go
quite well.
Foz.
That's one of our. We have 2 Air Force pilots in the lead there, and the 2 Army pilots are trying to catch up. A bit slow. We might get around to it. Us Air Force guys, we do this weekly on the sim, so we should technically be a bit faster.
And we know how to deal with air power.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say these aren't regulation gates.
Oh yeah, sure. I remember you using that excuse up in Brisbane on the Nats qualifier.
That's why I'm saying it.
So we still have Foz in the comfortable lead of 4 laps. Good job.
Oh.
Not so comfortable anymore.
Yeah, I was going to say, Hockloo's catching up very quickly.
Nah, he's pulled ahead, he's done well. Come on, don't crash.
Is anyone else getting stutters?
Well,
I
I'm not
saw
running
that,
it.
but I thought that was just the spectator view.
This feels like some of my code from when I did computer science. It's just brute force.
Feels like my thesis all over again. My laptop never fully recovered from it. We've got one of the army pilots finished.
Can I get the army pilots after you finish racing here? Can you just type in your pilot name so I can correlate your Velocidrone account to your pilot name?
I don't need to do that, do I?
No, sorry. Yeah, that's just ADRT pilot names.
ADRT 2 and 3.
We all know who Flaps is. We have a nice video of him. Wait, where's that button? So Colonel Joyce, he said, "Looking good, fellas." We have one viewer on a live stream. New world record for us.
Feels like the old CMRC races.
Hey, we've had more than that. We've had double digits, haven't we?
Yeah, no, we've had a fair few people in previous live streams. We actually get a fair few more afterwards in recording.
So ADRT 3 isn't flying apparently, according to the chat. Not sure who ADRT 2 is.
So I thought I might give this a lap a bit of a go. So now I can't really see who's in front. Well, sorry, who's behind me, I mean.
Delo's in front with Foz closely behind him in hot glue, attempting to catch up, but being very sloppy around the corners. Still somehow managing to trade places with Foz, who's now edged up a lead for himself. Flaps trailing behind, ready to pounce in case anyone makes a mistake. Going through the corkscrew, Foz has edged out a lead over hot glue with Delo pulling ahead quite convincingly, coming up goes over and under and switchback. Coming up to the dive gate now, and Foz has got himself a little bit of breathing room. Same with Delo. All trading places between Foz and hot glue at the moment, but Delo out in front. Not really sure where Flaps is because he's too far behind for me to see. Coming around for the start-finish game, and I think Foz putting an edge out a lead for himself again. I think he may have had a slight tumble. Can't see him anymore going through the corkscrew. Yeah, Foz has just started the corkscrew now over to the big over and under. Delo well ahead now. This is his race, and it's just up to Hot Glue not to make another mistake again, with Foz just behind him, I think. Trying to vibe this out. Yep, Foz just passing through the dive gate. And Delo finished in a first place, and Hot Glue absolutely stumbling everywhere and hitting the ground multiple times. Foz has edged out second place for himself, and he has. Right, Delo, I can't do that again.
Commentating's hard, isn't it? That's why I just give up on it. Nah, I'll get a shot next time.
Commentating and attempting to fly at the same time is difficult.
Yeah, I struggled to multitask at the best of times, so that was just impressive. Trust me, it's a lot easier to commentate at an actual event where you actually have a crowd that you can see.
Yeah, remember you stuck a microphone in front of me at Richmond?
That was good. Yeah, the best way to train someone in commentating, you give them a microphone and say it's live.
It's where we need it, Timmy. Right, not sure where this where ADRT 2 is going. Alright, everyone happy if I start
So I
another
just checked
race?
the live stream audio. Seems like audio is all good. If not, send me a comment on our live stream chat. YouTube, just search up Dello.
I'm starting another race.
Awesome. So we have Hot Glue, Foz, and one of our army pilots in Queensland up in front there. I think Foz just wiped. Oh no, Foz is still up in the lead there. Now trading spots with. Oh, my computer just stopped showing me the pilot names for a second. I think that's Foz in front of. Yeah, okay, yeah. So that's Foz still leading. For some reason, I can't see his pilot name. Dello and Hot Glue are trading spots here continuously.
Not until
Up until they're straight, where Dello pulls in front. They still can't catch up to Foz.
Foz show at the moment.
Foz must have been practicing this a fair bit last night.
Nah, he's just gotten good.
Oh, we have the army pilot leading there. We can't let that happen.
Wait, what? How did he catch up?
I don't know. Well, now we need to stop commentating and focus on the racing. So he's putting on some very hot pressure there.
You've lapped him, is what's happened.
Oh. The question is it 1 or 2 laps?
He's on lap 2, you guys are on lap 3.
Oh, I got nervous for a second. That's alright, that's why all our viewers on the live stream tuned in is to see Air Force win. Bit of friendly banter here and there.
Racing against the army, there was never a doubt in the mind about the results.
Foz improving his overall time from last race with a 1 minute 41. Dello slowing down by 10 seconds.
And Hot Glue having an absolute shocker.
Flaps' video has disappeared. We'll switch back over to our 2 Air Force pilots there. We have actually that's a very good demo in the background, Hot Glue, with your X-Class racing drone in his video feed. Yep. How much are you selling those for today?
The X-Class?
Yeah.
If you can get this thing flying, I'd be impressed.
Oh, you're struggling to tune it up at the moment?
It needs a replacement of the speed controller, so my 4-in-1 motor controller died on me, let out the magic smoke, as we like to say.
Yeah, right.
And I replace it with some individual ones that can actually handle the current that my motors are demanding of it.
Yeah, especially X-Class motors, they draw a fair bit of current. I think the Air Force X-Class racing mode, X-Class racing drone draws about 80 amps per motor on 56 volts or something like that. So we're talking about a lot of power. Times that by 4. It's very impressive. Hopefully the guys up in Queensland today, but our army friends, hopefully they have an X-Class or 2 laying around next to the Shadow. I heard the Shadow barely fitted within the designated area that they got given for the Congress.
That's alright, we're adaptable. Coming for you, Dello. Shouldn't have made a mistake.
Yeah, I checked a message on my phone.
I say as I just bopped the gate. Oh, and now Foz is on me.
So yeah, I think this will work really well. We can clean it up a bit. We'll do a bit of head-to-head tomorrow if we get onto the major live stream. this is a very good first attempt.
Pretty happy with it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Do you want to see the most Nick thing that I've printed?
Not live stream appropriate.
Oh, look at the live stream, Tom. Sorry, look at the Discord.
Give me a sec.
Oh, okay. I'll pull that up on the live stream. That's great.
Did you see what I was referring to, Tom? And it's not what you're thinking.
No, I'm still flying.
Oh, is that what you call it?
Yeah, my computer's lagging pretty hard. It's exporting an STL with something like 1.5 million faces, so it's lagging.
Ooh. Yeah, I can actually see you jittering.
Yeah. Has it finished? Okay. So I've got Mesh Mixer, Velocidrone, Discord, Prusa Slicer, and Fusion 360 open, and it is lagging.
Can't imagine why.
No.
Can you see what I'm attempting to show on Discord?
I will in a sec.
I believe we just got tweeted out on the Army Drone Racing team.
What are you showing,
Twitter.
Nick?
It's a 3D printed Triton. It's pink.
Where is it?
Discord.
I'm in Discord.
On the video.
3D printed? No.
Nope, Tom's computer says no. Anyway, just imagine a Triton, but 3D printed and pink, and that's all I was showing. Alright, I'm gonna restart a race. Tom, are you good to go?
Yeah, we'll call this our final race before we switch over to our special map that we have saved up.
Is this your map?
Yes, a very special map that I handmade.
Alright, we are off to the wacky races.
So I have Hocklu, Foz and Dello up in the lead there. With the Army pilot up very close with us this time actually. He might actually gain a lead.
Nah.
Oh, and Dello crashed out of the dive gate, and we have now Hocklu in the lead. Dello making another mistake. Hocklu not making any hiccups whatsoever.
Don't say that.
Pressure's on. We have Foz about 5 gates back behind Dello, with Hocklu edging another 10 gates in front of him. We're just watching Hocklu here. Hopefully, for Mike's sake, he makes a little stumble and I can edge the lead again. But he's flying very smooth today.
I need to flatter him.
There you go, we'll get put back down.
And Flaps isn't even on the race board. What happened there?
I'm mesh mixing at the same time.
So you can...
So my computer can stop crying.
Yeah, so real life drone racing doesn't have the issue of the CPU not being able to keep up. Actually, no, that does happen sometimes. We have Dello just coming a second ahead of Hocklu over the last 5 gates.
Very nice.
With the win. Hocklu in second. We're looking at Foz for a hot 3 laps there. We'll switch over to Foz's video feed, if I can find him. So this is Foz's video feed here. Coming through the final gate, and there he is. Gonna show us your freestyle you've been practicing?
Hey Della, what was the name of your special track?
Oh, I found it last night, didn't I?
Was it Mill 2020 Round 3?
Yeah, give that a shot. If not, you'll have to hand over to me. But you should have it saved. So we're just switching maps here. Just need to double check this is a correct map before.
Looks like it.
Yep, this is the right one.
Here, Tom, would highly recommend tuning in for this track. It's good.
So we have a live stream looking at Hot Glue's video feed of this very, very intense and long track. We raced this track. It was actually specially made for the final race of the Velocidrone military tournament, which we ran midway through this year, which had how many countries? It had the UK, New Zealand, and military pilots racing against us, Air Force and Army Australian pilots. I think we had one Navy. I think we had Jack at some point during it. And we did invite the US pilots, but sadly they couldn't make it at the time. It was hosted over 3 weekends, with about an hour racing on each weekend. New Zealanders did take a win from us though, but it was a pretty good race nevertheless.
We also had a representative from the Australian Air Force cadets as well, which is interesting.
Yes, you are right. The Air Force cadet. Did we get an Army cadet in there as well?
I do remember, I vaguely remember Riley being involved, but I could be wrong on that. I'll delegate over to an Army pilot to correct me.
Did you have time to practice this before like the actual race?
About 3
Not
days.
really.
Oh, okay. You'd be cooked otherwise.
Yeah.
My fingers were legitimately hurting at the end.
So we raced this track for over an hour and a half, I think.
Yeah, not a lot of break. We just like kept on punching through it. Particularly if you didn't get eliminated, like you actually got to like it. Getting your hands off the sticks and that top bit was a legitimate strategy. But it went through about 5 iterations.
Yeah, you can see that where some sections it's like really open, and that's because like about 50 gates were removed.
I did a lot of landscape from memory.
Yeah.
Oh
I had to
God,
move all the mountains closer.
There we go. But I do like ascending to the mountain with such a long track, because I legitimately take my thumbs off the stick and stretch.
Oh.
Oh, Della, have you put in your election form for Net or Av yet?
Yes. Guess what I went?
obviously net, given you're going in as an Avmo.
Yeah. What'd you go for?
I'll talk to you tonight, but I'm putting down net because it doesn't make any difference. As I said, I'll talk to you tonight.
Yeah. Oh, I edged the lead vet just. Hockley, I didn't realise I passed you.
Because I spent 10 seconds in the tower trying to get out because I crashed. Trying to go through.
It's kind of like when someone goes so fast they don't realise they're passing something.
Well, I reckon we'll run one more race and we'll call that the end of the stream. So we're heading to about that 2:30 mark if they haven't cut us already off.
We'll let the other two pilots finish first.
Oh, yeah. Just,
I did like that dive gate setup. We go up through one and down through the other.
Oh yeah, so I learned about 2 weeks prior to making this track up, we did that at a race day. I was like,
that was
it's
awesome.
It's so good.
Only if you hit it well, like if it's punishing if you're offline.
So straight after we finish here, I'm going back to my PlayStation 5. Humble brag.
Apparently JB Hi-Fi's website crashed.
Oh yeah, because they're releasing a couple more this morning. I was lucky enough to get a pre-order a while ago, so... Yeah, there's a local game shop in Sydney, like an independent one, and their website crashed at midnight as well.
Oof.
So I was trying to get a second one for one of my mates, but yeah, no luck.
Jesus, this track is weird.
What could we...
Yeah, just another final race so that we could get that going. Sorry, Tom, you wouldn't take too long.
Okay, so we have we have Foz in the lead here, which is surprising since Hocklu has flown this track many times, and this is Foz's third time around this track. Hocklu just behind him. Oh wait, Foz is obviously just hit a gate because he's fallen behind a tiny bit. Hocklu still in front of Dello there. Flaps behind Foz, and the Queensland pilot behind Flaps. Dello has a bit of a stumble within the hangar. Can't find his direction. Allows Hocklu to take the lead there. Hocklu doing a nice twirl around the aircraft, with Dello just behind him. Switch over to spectator mode. So we have Hocklu's video showing for the from spectator view. Hocklu heading through the last section of the track. About to complete lap 1. This is one of the longer tracks, and you wouldn't see a length of track this long in real drone racing. Just because our batteries only last for about 3 minutes.
But I don't care, no baby, I don't care. People always tell me take a breath.
How do you guys find the track?
Oh yeah,
I still quite enjoy it. Like,
first time getting around it.
Oh, didn't you fly in a military comp?
No,
Oh,
I haven't been doing much when uni's been on.
right.
Which is fair. Dello slid into second place there quietly.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh, I wasn't commentating tactically there.
I'm attempting to fly and commentate, but that's not going to work. I think we've got Dello etching out a bit of a lead on top of Foz there. Hot Glue attempting to navigate that corkscrewy thing, going through the recharge gate. For those who don't know, that big orange gate actually recharges your battery and fixes any prop damage, so if only that was a thing in real life. But it is possible in the sim. Looks like Dello etching out a little bit more of a lead. Hot Glue doing his best impersonation of a pinball machine. And Foz, I think, just coming out of the corkscrew there. Flaps behind them by a little bit. Still within striking range though. And then we've got our army pilot. I think it's having some technical difficulties.
I believe Turks was just attempting to call me there. So we might have been cut off the live stream. Sorry, off the big screen.
That's alright, we'll endeavour to keep...
I'll close up the stream. Alright, so we won't finish a race here in time. But I would like to thank everyone for tuning in today. It's been quite a good experience, and hopefully tomorrow we actually get integrated into the World of Drones and Robotics Congress full live stream online. That'd be pretty great to have that kind of audience. Wish you all best in Queensland and keep flying.
Because I've been talking you up all week, mate.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
Granger's gonna smash it. Granger's gonna smash it.
That's what makes little jets, isn't it?